This portion of the course is going to give a refresher for how to get into Mastery Connect and look at data for students that might need some extra interventions or extra help. So what you'll first need to do is to log into Mastery Connect. When you log in, your home screen should look something similar to this. Once I'm logged in and find my home screen, I'm going to click the admin button on the top bar here. When I click this button, now I get to see a screen where I can see teachers, and in this case I want to go find a specific student. So I'm going to go to the Manage, which is right underneath Admin, and from that drop down menu I just want to make sure I click Students. Then what this will do is give me access to the students that I need to see in order to make informed decisions for them. So we're going to just identify one student who has some sort of data in there. If you wanted a specific student, you would just need to go into the search box. You could also break down and search based on different demographics in Mastery Connect. In this case, we'll just target this student here since we see that there's some data. And right now, what I can see for this particular student is that all of the classes are listed here for this school year. So any class that she was enrolled in will show up. I can see what percentage of the standards were actually assessed during the school year. And I can also see a breakdown of how she did with those standards. Okay, the blue is for advanced, the green is for proficient. If there would be a yellow one, it would be for basic, and red would mean below basic. Okay, so it looks like this first period ends up having some good data in there. Some of the other classes only assessed a small percentage of the standards. So what we'll do is look at period 1 just to look at some scores. Once I'm in my class, I can see basically all of the standards along with a description for it, and then I can see exactly how she did for that particular standard. If I want to see how she did on specific tests, all I need to do is go over to the drop-down menu within that standard and click it, and I can see how she did on each of these tests. If you would like to see what the actual test was, you will need to log in as the teacher to go view it, and I will show you how to do that in a little bit. Over on the right side, you can see how she did as far as the standards go. In this case, she has 100% mastery. What it does is basically determines that proficient and advanced would be mastery, and anything basic or below basic would not show mastery. But in this case, for this course, she demonstrated mastery in all of the standards that were assessed. Underneath here, it just shows you a percentage of the standards that were assessed. If you wanted to print this page, you could print it. If you wanted to view a circle graph, you could just click that button and a window will just pop up with the scores for this particular student. Okay. And basically, in a nutshell, this is what you would need to do if you wanted to see data for a specific student just by logging in and viewing their progress for a particular course. If you wanted to go into another class for the same student, I could look for any other tracker that her name's listed in. So for example, I could just go to this drop down menu. I could now jump over to 8th grade or 11th grade language arts, and then I could see that all of her data is in here for that. Okay. In the future, once we are more comfortable with the program, we will hopefully see a lot more data and be able to use the data for some interventions.